Hi loves, welcome back to the channel. So today I am going to be sharing with you guys how to get this K-beauty makeup look. Korean makeup is actually very different than, I guess, American girl makeup, what I typically do on a daily basis. So I have brought my friend Ting to help me with this makeup look because she's a lot more educated when it comes to K-makeup beauty. So I'm going to teach you guys with Ting how to get this look. So we went ahead and instead of using one primer, we used two different primers. We use a Laura Mercier foundation primer all over, which helps my makeup apply super smoothly and keeps my makeup on all day. And on top of that, we apply the second primer, which is where you're gonna get more of the dewiness and more of a pearly base. It's the Guerlain base, which is so pretty. And we targeted areas to really brighten the skin. It's almost like a pre-highlighter. So we apply this to the forehead, under eyes, and the nose bridge, and also chin. Next, we went in with the corrected concealer, and also we used two different shades here, which I'll go into in a bit. But Ting is using the Bobbi Brown corrector in light peach with a flat shader brush to cancel out any darkness and green and purple discoloration. One of my holy grails has to be the Cleu concealer. It really covers everything. We went heavier with the concealer in the areas that I needed most, so when it actually came to foundation time, we didn't have to add as much foundation. Again, K-beauty is all about making skin look super fresh and light, so you don't want to go too heavy with makeup. I found that the best way to apply this concealer, or really any concealer, is with my hands, or in this case, Ting's hands, because it kind of blends in and melts into your skin versus using a brush. Alright, next is contouring. Now, contouring is all about creating that V shape for Korean girls. So identify where your cheekbone is and create a diagonal line and fill that entire space in with a shade darker. And it's not about just bringing out your cheekbones like how I usually do, but it's creating more of a V shape to make an illusion that your face is actually smaller. And you also want to contour your forehead line to create that extra dimension and also, again, for a smaller face shape. Alright, next is highlight, which is pretty much the same thing that I usually do. You just add a good highlight on the bridge of your nose. Now with the same contour color, you bring out your nose by just drawing it out. Ting used it actually from the start of my eyebrows to the end of my nose to really bring out my teeny tiny little nose and also the tip of my nose to make it look a bit perkier. So the next step is foundation, and I know it's a little strange to add foundation on top of your contour, but this will create more of a natural, non-contoured, but still slightly contoured look. And we went ahead and used a shade lighter than my skin tone, just because for Korean skin, it's all about not just the dewiness, but also just kind of the brightness, and bringing a shade lighter will do that, but you also have to make sure that you blend very, very well. And also blending in the contour that you have from the previous step. And you also want to make sure that you blend in your neckline. Next is powder, but you want to really set your face with a translucent powder that is super light so it doesn't come off cakey, but this will ensure that all the hard work that you did is not going anywhere. So the Korean straight brow is a signature look for the K-beauty makeup look. I have naturally more of an arch, so Ting is going in with a concealer and concealing it so we could really start off fresh and recreate that straight brow. So here we have a brow powder from Anastasia and recreating the shape, making it more straight and creating that base. And then we go in with a pencil, which is a shade lighter. It's all about the thick brows, but you don't want to have dark thick brows. You want to have more of a light feathery look. So with a lighter shade, Ting is now filling it all in so it looks full and straight. So I find this part quite intriguing just because you're really going in and changing your eye shape. Although I love my almond eyes, the K-beauty makeup look is all about the round eyes. Now with this tape, which I got from Daiso for like $1, I'm able to go in and create bigger lids, which also gives me an illusion that I have bigger eyes. Next step, we use a simple wash of color from this YSL shadow palette to define the eyes since we want a super natural look. Now onto the liner, using one of my favorite Stila liquid liner. Instead of lining it upwards, we line the eyes downwards, creating more of a rounder doe-eyed look. Now the next is lashes. You want to find lashes that are rounder throughout instead of lashes that taper. Again, this will help with kind of more of the round doe-eyed look. Instead of applying it to the edge of your lid, you want to actually apply it a little higher and then fill it in with the liner, because again, this will make it appear like you have bigger eyes. Now highlight your tear duct with a white or even a beige pigment to get that wide awake look. So next up is cheeks. This is a brand new product that I've never used. It's actually a mousse blush. Mousse blushes are great because it really blends in nicely into the skin, making it look like you're glowing from within without applying blush on. She used a 3-dot method where she created kind of this triangle with these 3 dots, and she just used her fingers and blended it in on the apples of my cheeks. It gives me a little rosy glow without looking like I have blush on. So the lip is also equally as important as the skin and the brows, because it's all about creating a tiny little pout without overdoing it. A lot of people for K-beauty, they actually use 2 different colors. So a darker shade within and a lighter shade outside. But this product from Laneige is really great because it actually has 2 colors. So all you have to do is apply it and then blend it, and you kind of have an instant gradient lip without having to use 2 colors. So what do you guys think? Do you guys like the look? I'm actually curious to see who prefers this makeup look versus my normal, I guess, usual American girl makeup look. Actually, the brows and the eyes are quite complicated, and I could go more into detail in a separate tutorial. So if you guys want to see a video on that, let me know so I can go ahead and film that video for you guys. And a special thank you to my friend Ting, who helped me create this makeup look. If you guys are interested in any of the products that we use in this video, I'm going to be listing them down below per usual in the information box so you guys can shop the products. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, and please, please, please turn on the notification bell so you guys don't miss a single video. I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys soon.